Hi team. I'm going to take a couple minutes here real quick to share some things with you guys. Parker just went down. We got a crazy day today. It's his birthday, and then we have another birthday party to actually go to. So crazy day. But I wanted to share a couple of things. I'm not going to wait for people to hop on just so people can watch the recording and not have to wait. So I'm starting something new that you may have seen me post about today. So I wanted to kind of share a little bit about that, and then I wanted to share some, I actually watched a Zoom from a girl that went from, she's been a triple in my group, and then she just went to presidential, and it's her 2-year anniversary this month. So she went presidential before 2 years, which is kind of crazy, and she has a crazy story, so I'll share that here in a little bit. But all right, so you guys all know that I have notebooks. Swear by notebooks, like literally all over the place. Well, it's very hard for me to switch my routine, but I feel like I need to switch my routine because I feel like I lose track of people, and I don't want to lose track of people. Like, that's, I think, the most important thing. And I feel like with my notebooks, I just have like 3 notebooks, and I'm like, I need to be more organized. And I feel like I'm always changing things up a little bit. So here's what I'm doing. So I started doing letter of the day. So today's letter is P. So I'm going to do, since this is my power hour, I'm going to go to my Facebook friend list, and I'm going to go to the letter P, go to Facebook, find Facebook friends, go to letter P, and then every single person there, I'm going to do something with them. I'm going to either send them a message, I'm going to add them to my hundreds list, I'm going to engage in their posts or something. Honestly, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go to their Facebook page. Well, first I'm probably going to go to their messages to see if I've ever messaged them before. If it's someone that maybe I just talked to within the last couple weeks, maybe I'll send them a message. But if not, I'm probably going to like one of their posts that just happened, and I'm going to maybe comment, and then I'm going to add them to my hundreds list. Now, I'm going to switch things up a little bit. I'm not going to be using my notebooks like I normally do. I'm going to be using this. Okay, so I'm hopefully going to have 1 to 2 pages for every letter. So hopefully today for L, I can fill that up. Now, granted, I have like almost 3,200 Facebook friends, so I have a lot of friends, so I'm going to be writing down a lot of people. Mind you, I also have my Facebook friends list that I printed out. So I'm going to kind of be like using that too to go through to kind of make sure I hit everybody. So it takes time, you guys, and it takes a way to be organized. So that's kind of like the biggest thing. So this is what I'm going to be using from now on. If you want this, if I feel like this is under documents or under files. If it's not, just comment below and say, hey, I really want this. Can you upload it? But it's in eSuites. It is called It Works Distributor Contact Tracking Form. So for me, I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit. So obviously I'm going to write their name. But I'm going to, it says product interest, but if they're not interested in a product at all, I'm going to put potential DT, so PDT. Then I'm going to keep track of how many times I contact them. And you know why, you guys? I was talking to someone the other day, and they were like, oh, I've contacted this person, and honestly, I just haven't heard back. And I'm like, how many times have you contacted them? Twice. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, it's probably going to take about 8 times before they sign up as a customer or even a distributor. So you've got to think of creative ways to follow up with people. And for me, when I have, when we have a BOGO or when we have some type of like promotion going on, that's an excuse for me to message all these people. So that for me is like the thing right there. End of month, that's an excuse for me to message all these people. So find a reason to message these people. Let's see. I have a party coming up. Well, it's an event. I have an event coming up. So you know what I'm probably going to do? I'm going to use that event to my advantage. And I'm going to message people and say, hey, I just finished up my event. I'm getting orders in tonight. I'd love to help you go ahead and get those greens or whatever. So that's an excuse. That's a reason for me to message people. It's not just like, hi, how are you? Like randomness. So create opportunities on how to message these people. Okay, you guys, I have to share something with you, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, which I'm trying to think how to word this. Anyway, so I have been straight out with Parker's birthday, packing and moving. Like, it's been insane in my life. I'm going to tell you something. I live by my 6 list. Okay. I live by my 6 list. Well, the other night I put Parker to bed and I went right to sleep after him. Guess what I didn't do? Now, I did finish my 6 list for that day, but guess what I didn't do? I didn't create a 6 list for the next day. Guess what? My entire day was so out of whack. I didn't know what I had to do. I looked at a notebook and I was like, oh, I guess I could message these people. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a plan for the day. I just kind of was like, oh crap. And you know what? At the end of the day, I felt like I didn't even accomplish anything because I feel accomplished when I finish that 6 list. So you guys, I cannot stress enough to you how important a 6 list is, not only to help you do income producing activities, but to make yourself feel better and to make yourself feel accomplished. And gosh, heck yeah, high five myself. I finished my 6 list today. I'm going to write another one tonight and I'm going to do that tomorrow. So get in the habit of doing that. Because I absolutely swear by it, clearly. If I don't do it, I literally have oh crap, what am I doing today for my power hour? When he goes down for a nap, that is my time to work. If I don't know what I'm doing, it takes me probably about 20 minutes to actually gather what I need to do and get my mind wrapped around things. When I have my 6 list, I just get to work. I go right to it. So I waste time when I don't have my 6 list. Okay, so this girl, really long story short, she went presidential in 2 years. You guys, she was in the hospital after she had her kid. She had blood clots. She had other stuff going on, but the doctors told her husband on 2 different occasions that she may not make it out of the hospital. They did not know how she was doing. Her odds were not good, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, well, she got home. She made it okay. Guess what? Couple months later, she got diagnosed with breast cancer and blah, 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 whatever. Okay, so this girl has had a hell of a ride and she still managed to so here's the thing. She went to Double Diamond and she's like, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just telling my story how it is. She's like, I went to Double Diamond and life happened and I got so busy and I just kind of was like, okay, I'm going to take a break, but I think my team's good. My team's going to carry me. I'm good. She lost Double Diamond, went all the way down to Ruby, and she had to come to Jesus with herself. And she was like, what am I doing? Why am I sitting there waiting for my team to work for me? I'm the one that has to work this business for myself. My team's not going to do anything for me. And you know what she also said, which I absolutely swear by, and I feel like I try to prove this to you guys, but your team is only as fast as the leader. So if you are a leader in this business, I don't care if you have one person under you, if you are running in this business, if you're working hard and you're plugged in, you guys, your team is going to be there as well doing the same thing. So, oh my God, I hate flies. Squirrel. So I cannot stress enough, you guys, if you're plugged in and you're doing stuff, you're talking to your team, you're helping your team. You're like, hey, there's a Zoom tonight. Get on. I'm so excited. It's going to be this, this, and this. All right. So anyways, this was her story. So she just went presidential last month and she shared a couple things. So I'm just going to share these things with you guys. Number one, that I'm like, oh my God, that's so true. She said, if you want to, she's like, this is what I tell my team all the time. If you want to be casual about your business, if you want to make $500, hang on. Oh my God, what was that? If you want to make $500 a month, work your business casually. Okay. So if you want to make a couple extra $100 a month, just go about your day, do whatever you got to do, share the business where you want, be casual. Tessa just messaged me. I got to write her back. Okay. If you want to be a diamond and above, you cannot be casual about your business. You have to be intentional. So you have to be doing power hours. You have to have a specific schedule where you're actually going to work your business. You can't just do it casually. So I can't stress that enough because I did not get to diamond by casually sharing this opportunity and these products with people. I was very intentional about it. I was setting up parties. I was doing things online. I was having online parties. I was working my butt off. I was doing power hours like it was my job. Okay, so mind you, this girl, I'll tell you her name, Nicole Shaderi, oh my God, Uderi, I think. She has it's fake red hair, but it's like red hair or whatever. It's not the Jessica Pearson. She's awesome, but it's not her. Okay, so you guys, she works full-time. She is a full-time mom and a full-time worker and she does It Works and still got to presidential in 2 years. What? How did you do that? So here she said, she focuses 1 hour a day on her business. Okay? Not just 1 hour a day, but hear me out. So she focuses 1 hour a day, and this is what she does. She does Instagram and Facebook. Okay? Now, here's the thing that she said. She does Facebook about for 40 minutes and Instagram for about 20 minutes. She said Facebook is more about building relationships with people. And honestly, the way she explained it, I'm like, oh my God, I need to like start doing more Instagram because I'm probably making my job a lot harder. So Facebook is more about building relationships with people. And then you get them started as customers or distributors. Instagram, you sign strangers. You don't even know people. They don't even know you. Now I will tell you, I sign a lot of like quote unquote strangers, but it's more work because I have to build that relationship with them first. On Instagram, she is liking posts like constantly, and she's adding friends. And here's a way that she said she's adding friends. She's going to sponsored posts. She's going to an ad that shows up on her feed, and she's going to that ad and seeing who likes it. And she's adding those people. And you want to know why? Because those are the people that are active on Instagram. If they're liking ads, they're active on Instagram. Excuse me. When she works it on Facebook, she goes to the previous post that she puts up and she messages all the people that liked it or commented or whatever. Okay, this was something that I was kind of surprised with. And I was like, oh gosh, this is very weird. Okay. On Instagram, she posts, ready for this? She posts the same thing 5 to 6 times a day. Yeah, what? That's so weird. Like, why would you do that? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. But then she deletes them, okay? So here's what she does. She gets $300 bills, okay? And she has them near her face, and she takes a selfie, okay? So she takes a selfie with $300. That's it. And then she writes with that post, what would $300 do for you? That's it. She puts the same thing up 5 to 6 times a day on Instagram, okay? Now, every single person that likes it or comments, this is what she says back to them. Hey, I saw you liked my post about making a few $100s. Do you have time to talk? You guys, that's not rocket science. And you know what? I need to start doing that. I need to start doing that on a regular basis because I'm intrigued. Kind of is like exciting to me to be like, oh my God, that's really kind of cool. But she deletes them. So that's the key there is after she gets all those names of people and writes them down. Oh, I just scared my dog. After she writes their names down, she deletes the posts and then she goes and messages them. So I'm telling you guys, she loves social media, but she's also out there having parties. And I'm going to kind of get to that stuff in a little bit. Okay, so I talked to her about doing like the daily letter and stuff like that too. So you've got to interact with people on a regular basis. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this at the beginning. Okay, she said if you go to their Leslie, why delete the post? So she's posting the same thing 5 to 6 times a day. So if you have the same post up 5 to 6 times a day, people are going to be like, that's spammy. That's weird. What is that? The reason she puts up the post 5 to 6 times a day is because she's hitting different people that are online. She's hitting different people. If she just posted it once, she's only going to hit maybe like 10 people. But she's posting it 6 times a day. So she's probably hitting 60 to 70, maybe 80 people. So the same post. But she deletes it so that it's not like sitting in her Instagram thing. Because that would look weird if she has the same picture. She does it 6 times a day, you guys. So that's like almost 40 times in 1 week. That would look weird. So she's always deleting it. Okay. So she said if you are interacting with people and you're messaging them on Facebook. So say I go to some random person that I don't even know. I send them a message and I'm like, hey, how are you? And blah, 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 blah. And we start talking and whatever. You know what? I'm going to go to my newsfeed and she's probably going to pop up because Facebook thinks, oh, they know her. They know each other personally. So I'm going to make their stuff pop up in their stuff more often. Roberta, I can show you, but there's the top right button and then you can just go down and delete it after, or there's got to be like an edit feature, but I can show you if you can't find it. Okay. So she does 3 things a day. Okay. Number one, she does self-development. Now, she said she suffers from depression. She suffers from, she was so real. It was so awesome. She was really sweet. She's like, you guys, I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, I've got some serious issues. Like, she has lupus. She's like, I don't even know if I'm cancer free yet. Like, she has all these stuff. She's like, so I'm struggling. Like, I have a lot of depression. And she's like, I'm the type of person that, like, I have to talk to myself. She's like, I have to tell myself positive stuff. I have to read stuff. I have to talk to myself and just tell myself that it's going to be a great day. She's like, and I will say, my husband helps me. So when I'm down or when I'm whatever, he really is so good at, like, helping me. So we're really like our own motivational books is really what she said. Terry needs a lesson on Instagram. I will say I'm not the best Instagram person. I'm going to be completely honest. So if anybody wants to go live in this team page and share some basic tips on Instagram, by all means. Terry, you're going to be out here next week, so I'll just walk you through some stuff. But guys, you can go and Google or YouTube Instagram tips or how to start an Instagram page or how to post on Instagram. Guys, there are tons of It Works leaders out there that have done videos on Instagram and how to post and stuff. So I know Jade Hooper, Jocelyn Yates, those are two that just come to mind. Okay, she does 3 things a day. So first is self-development. 2, she pours into her team somehow. So she goes to the team page and she either makes a post, she'll go live or however. And then number 3 is she focuses 1 hour a day on her business. Now, I didn't really like that she said I focus 1 hour a day because I'm like, no, you don't. You just like told us like what your daily schedule's like. So yes, she does 1 power hour a day, but she works full time. She's got a family, whatever, all this stuff. So she said, I post on Facebook and Instagram. She like laid it all out. When I wake up in the morning, when I bring my kid to school, my lunch break, when I get done with work, while I'm making dinner, when my kid goes to bed, when I go to bed. She literally had like all these different times. Now, here's the thing. This is where it got really interesting. She said, you guys won't see all those posts. Yes, I post, I think she said 8, maybe 9 times a day, but you guys won't see those posts. She's like, if I'm on Facebook posting, then I have a list of people that are potential customers, potential distributors. She goes, I even have a list of It Works distributors that people friend to me all the time that I don't need them. Like, she's like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, I don't need to like target you guys. She's like, so I'm focusing on my lists. So that's my potential customers, my potential distributors. Now, I don't do that. Actually this morning, we were talking in my triples and above group, and we were talking about how hard is it to create lists. So if you are interested in that, I'm going to start doing that. So I'm really targeting specific people so that those people are seeing my post. Because if I just throw it up on Facebook, well, 3,200 people aren't going to see my post. It's on average about 10% of those people are going to see my post. So if I'm making a list and say I have 100 people that are potential customers on that list, most likely 10% of those people or 20%, whatever, are going to see that post. So she said lists are more targeting towards people. Okay. So she talked a lot about lists. It's direct marketing. That's what she kept trying to like explain it as. And she posts about 8 to 9 times a day. Okay, you guys won't believe this one. So, I have never signed up a distributor from pre-selling wraps. Never. I feel like when I say that, I get people that have no money and they're not determined and they just like think they're going to sign up for free and then they just don't make any money and they just don't sign up. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I just feel like I never get anything back from it. So she said, ready for this? The percentage of people that sign up with her as a distributor from pre-selling wraps is, I would say 10%, maybe 20%. Ready to see how much? 80% of all of her distributors sign up from pre-selling wraps. That was jaw-dropping to me. So we're like, all of us on the Zoom are like, what? How are you doing it? Like, I don't get it. Guys, she's having parties. She's having parties with them. They're bringing all their friends, and then they sign up because they just pre-sold all their wraps. So 4 wraps sold. She's doing in-person parties. She's also able to do online parties, but she says that in-person parties is where it's at. But she also said if you're doing online parties, don't do 20 online parties. Do like 3 and then have a bunch of different people doing it together. And so say I did an online party like tonight. Then Leslie can bring all of her people that want to pre-sell. Roberta can bring all her people that want to pre-sell, and they invite their friends too. Do you see what I'm saying? Does this make sense? So don't just be crazy and do one party for each person, because online parties are a lot of work. So work together. So that's something that I really want to kind of head up and start doing. Because I think that would really be great. But you guys, in-person parties is where it's at. So I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to probably start seeing me post who wants to sign up for free, who wants to get started. But I got to make sure there's something. Last time we did this, sorry, this pen's like my thing. Last time we did it, somebody said we got to be careful about the wording. So I got to like look into that. I can't remember what we talked about. So a way that she markets it is who wants a free 5 days of greens, 5 days of probiotic, or a free wrap. Okay, so she does it that way, and then whoever does a party kind of gets that thing too. She swears by her hundreds list. So this is how she keeps track of everything. So I told you in the beginning, my notebooks, I feel like I lose a ton of people, and my Facebook list is great, but I take my Facebook list and put it into my notebooks. So I feel like I need to get a new system. So this is going to be my new system. Guys, I feel like I'm such an organized freak sometimes that I feel like I have to have everything perfect, and I get afraid to like switch things up. But it's good to switch things up, because then you kind of get a new fresh start, and you're like, you got to figure out if you like this, or like in a year from now, I might be like, holy crap, how did I keep things organized with my notebooks? Like that was a hot mess. I had like 3 notebooks. Like that's so crazy to me. So I like changing things up. I like changing my system up and, trying new things. Okay, another thing that she said was Zoom parties. So I have done this once before, but I haven't been consistent because honestly, nobody really came to my first one. But people said on there too, like we've tried this, people don't really show up that often. She said you got to stay consistent with it. So that's something that I've actually talked to Tessa and Megan about, because if we could do, even if it was every other week, if we could do a Zoom party, it would be an exclusive party. You guys could invite your potential distributors, and then they would have us 3 leaders, including yourself, to kind of answer any questions that they have. So it's kind of like a way for you to market it as, hey, who's interested in the business and wants to, talk to leaders and be invited to an exclusive party, whatever. So that's pretty much all I have. Sorry, it went a little longer than I planned, but I wanted to share those things with you guys because I feel like I'm always open for new ways to really think outside the box and new ways to work my business and new ways to help my team and, obviously you guys and stuff like that. So the thing that I'm really wanting to start is the letter of the day. So I'm going to be doing it right beside you guys because I'm going to be doing it on this. So today's letter is P. So I'm going to go to my Facebook friend list. I'm going to start doing that. I'm also going to, I might have to go to the bank to get a $300 bills, but I am going to take a picture and get an It Works shirt on, and honestly I might take a couple different pictures with it, and so it's not the same picture every time. I don't know. I'm going to try to figure it out. So those are some things that I really want to share with you guys in hopes that it helps you, because these are things that are really working for her. So you gotta keep in mind though, it's not just going to if you start doing these things, your business isn't going to turn around, in 2 days. So you've got to be consistent with this, and then check back in 30 days later, be like, okay, I was getting 4 likes on pictures and now I'm getting 30. I'm doing something right, stuff like that. So reevaluate in 30 days. All right, so that's that. If you guys have any questions at all, definitely let me know, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on my power hour before my kid wakes up, and I'm going to start doing the letter P for Facebook. So I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome day, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.